Steve, you're up again.
So this next participant came onto my caseload just under a year ago. But I remember seeing him in the lobby when he first came into the program, and I just thought, nice hair. But I was lucky enough to facilitate several of his groups prior to him transferring to my caseload, and I was always kind of impressed with his positive outlook and attitude and his openness. You know, he's really full of life, and at first I got this feeling that he was a real egomaniac, but he turned out to be a really humble person, and has really been able to take a look at his thinking, the choices he's made throughout his life. I know he goes beyond the minimal requirements of the program. You know, since coming in here, he's taken a look at all of his addictive behaviors. He's quit drinking energy drinks and coffee, quit smoking cigarettes. You know, he's gone that extra step and really began to apply, you know, the principles of sobriety in all of his affairs. He's been through some tough setbacks while he was in the program, and you know, I've seen him go through them with integrity and grace, and really apply the tools that he's been taught and learned in the program in his life. So I have no doubt that he will follow his dreams and be successful at whatever he puts his mind to. So I would just like to introduce Mr. Jason Jones.
I like that. Made my day. Well, I'm Jason Jones. My birthday's also March 8th. Found that out today. It's really cool. So, I'm Jason. I'm an addict. I signed my Drugcourt contract on the day of June 19th, 2012. Prior to this, I was arrested for intent to deliver, possession of controlled substance, and theft. 3 felonies. Up to this point, I've lived a life full of what some would call fun and excitement, and that's how it seemed at first. I lived a life full of crime, violence, drug deals, and drug use. A very dangerous lifestyle. I feel as if I have seen it all. I had my first cigarette when I was in elementary school. Then next, it all began after that. It was alcohol at 10 years old, and then the usual, which was weed all the way through high school, middle school, mushrooms, meth, crack, cocaine, acid, ecstasy, even cough syrup, ribofrin. Then my first true love, opiates. Pills. You can make a lot of money and feel real good while you're doing it. Eventually, after destroying others' lives, and by providing these pharmaceutical drugs to loyal customers and friends that I introduced the drugs to, karma caught up to me in full effect. I smoked my first Oxycontin. I've had my battle with pills before this and other drugs, and I've done Oxy a lot, but once I smoked it, a whole other world opened up for me. The funny thing is, to me, I didn't really even like smoking it. Didn't appeal to me. I thought it was dumb and a waste of an Oxy. But soon enough, over time, long story short, I was up to about $500 a day habit. Sometimes more, depending on how many I sold and how much money I could come up with. Oxycontin grabbed me by the soul. It infected my spirit. I was caught in a mix, a serious mix. When you throw benzos in the mix, it's a recipe for disaster. All I know is that got to the point that I prayed and prayed for change and an easy way out. I called what I had with something I call also soul sickness. It's like the Grim Reaper was hovering over my every move, just waiting for me to slip up. I ruined my life, my jobs, my relationships with family, friendships, everything. I gained a reputation. I would steal, rip off people, and then help them look for it that same day. I was always good at putting on the nice guy act. Soon enough, people started to see right through it, and it didn't work for me anymore. This nightmare all came to a halt, though, in early May of 2012, the last time I got arrested for these charges. It was a blessing in disguise. I spent a month in jail, which gave me enough time to think about all that I've done, and I also got time to detox. so my mind was racing a million miles per hour. I was going nuts. I made a decision on my own, though, that I was done. I don't know if I was really done, but because I got the papers saying I was going to be charged with 3 felonies and I'm going to be going away for a while, so I felt like I was going to throw up. I've never been in jail that long either. I usually go in and get out. I had dreams, and this was going to interfere with my dreams. My dreams were going nowhere anyways. My son's mother, Sierra, can be now a Drugcourt graduate, told me that I needed this program more than anything. I remember her telling me about it, and it didn't sound like fun, but it sounded like a good way to get out of jail first, to get out of jail quick. And also my son's birthday, I didn't want to miss that. Got bailed out for that. And I was desperate. My dad was dying of cancer, and I was locked up. I felt like I was at my low. I felt I had so much to make up for. I also heard from others in jail that Drugcourt was a setup and built to make me fail. That's not what I got out of it. I always liked a good challenge anyways. And when someone says I can't do something, I'm quick to go out of my way to prove everybody wrong. I met with Ellen, and she was so nice I was surprised. Her calm voice, warm appearance, and positive energy she projected quickly made me feel at peace. After talking to her, I knew I needed this program. I was down for the challenge. I felt like this was the answer to my prayers I've been begging for. The universe, the stars, angels, God, the higher power, whatever it is, has placed this obstacle in my path for me to experience. It's time to grow up and stop running. I was given the opportunity of chance. It wasn't easy at first with all the appointments, one-on-ones, meetings, classes, and UAs. I was overwhelmed. I didn't have a car. I had no money, no job, didn't even have a bike. It was really hard. But I kept my game face on and I pulled through it. I made Drugcourt my top priority. Eventually it all melted together and I let it suck me in. I became one with Drugcourt. It made it so much easier just to let go and quit swimming against the current and just go with the flow. I took advice, quit thinking for myself so much, shut my mouth and listened. The more I listened, the more I found out I didn't know. In phase 1 MRT, I learned about truth, honesty, be honest with myself, how greedy I really was, just the past, pleasure-seeking, low morals. This was a breaking point for me. MRT phase 1 helped me break down the old me and make room to plant a new seed. I learned about acceptance, trust, like I said, and my true identity. In CSC, I had to dig up my past and speak about my negative moments, and I also figured out about my core beliefs and why I am the way I am. This was also very helpful to my recovery. Drugcourt goes beyond drug addiction. It digs way deeper. I realized I have lived a life full of thievery, crime, adultery, addiction, lies, hate, pain, violence, drug deals, and drug deals gone badly. This is not normal, so I'm told. Education was very interesting. I got a lot out of this class. It scared me, some of the things we learned, and just it was very interesting. So trying to keep my eyes open during the movies. I'm sleepy. It's very interesting and worthwhile in my recovery. Phase 2 really opened up another door to my new world. I realized why I was the way I was and why I was programmed how I was. It helped me escape my prison within inside myself. It helped me find a balance between, my music and myself and my family life and just life in general. And doing the assignments, I figured out that I was a prisoner in myself and it was time to get out of that prisoner and shed the darkness I've carried around for so long. I made action plans, which I've never done before in my lifetime. This is very helpful for me and has made a major impact on my life. And the Tuesday with Maury book. That book saved me from self-destruction and got me through a lot in this program. It really sparked a fire inside of me. It helped me find peace in this world, myself and others, and to live in the moment and don't fear death and now I don't fear death because of the book. It's a huge one for me. This book changed my life and the way I think. It also helped me cope with my father's passing and my grandma's passing recently. My mom said something really nice this morning. She said, your dad would be proud of you. So, thank you. I think you would too. I switched counselors from Kristen to Steve. In phase 2, the one person I asked not to have as a counselor. Not because I didn't like him, I just didn't know him. In and Kristen. You know, I mean, I heard Steve likes to give homework. Didn't really have that before. Serious. But yeah, Steve likes to work you. And I heard that he had intense one-on-ones. For some reason, but I don't know why, but I do know why, I grew to like you. We also got Secret Safety at this time, which at first I wasn't happy about because it's another class added to my schedule. May not have severe PTSD, but it was a fun class and I got to meet new people and learn something new. There's also other PTSD that's not severe, so. And I believe we threw the best potluck. Truly, I had a blast that day, not to mention Andy, he bought me a NiLLa cake for my birthday. Thank you, Andy. You know me, couldn't get any better than the NiLLa cake. Phase 3 helped me build a plan for when I'm offered drugs later on after this day, graduation. It really helped me prepare myself for this day, today, and my future. I have found love again within myself also and in others. I learned it's okay to love myself. It helped me forgive myself, find self-worth, to appreciate myself even though I'm not perfect, and to accept that I'm not perfect. To build a healthy diet and schedule, and of course just build my self-esteem back. I have no regrets today. I accept my past and I'm proud of where it has brought me. If it were not for all my mistakes and crazy behavior, I wouldn't be in this moment at this very time and at peace with myself and others right now, today. I really like the nevertheless concept also, like for example, even though I'm not the best at writing speeches, nevertheless, I gave it my all and wrote it from the heart. Helps me, I like that. So I want to thank Steve for pushing me and believing in me, and for saying that you believe me. You made me feel welcome. You truly have a gift and talent. It's like you could read my mind at times. You gave me homework you felt I needed, and it was perfect timing when assigned. You always knew what to say at the perfect timing. You had great advice. I couldn't have made it through this without you. You helped me be more open-minded to advice and find my true self. You helped me find my creative side, and my creative side of music also that I lost. As you all know, or if you don't, music is my passion. Steve, you kind of played like a Drugcourt fatherly figure to me, so thank you. Autumn, you broke me down and helped me rebuild myself. You would interrogate me on how I answered the questions in certain mods, because Autumn loves to watch us squirm. Literally. But over time, I've learned to relax and to be honest with myself and the program. You tore my roots out of the ground and made space for me to replant my seed, and this is what grew and is still growing. So thank you. Kevin, you scared me at first. Still kind of do. I can't count how many mean mugs I got from you. You're a bit intimidating. But once I realized what you were doing, that went away, and it was, you know, I realized you were just testing me. You were reading me, and eventually I realized as long as I was following the rules, being honest, speaking the truth, and doing what I was supposed to, you were happy and I was happy. I didn't get any more mean mugs. You're a good man, and you have given me advice when needed, and we have had memorable conversations, and I will never forget. So thank you. Jamie, it was awesome to get to know you. Came later in the program. You're a really cool person and a cool counselor. When it came to situations with relationships with girls, you would challenge my manlyhood. And it really made me think about why I am how I am and who I am. So, thank you. You made me think. You were real with me and straightforward, so thank you. Dean and Darcy, the faces of Drugcourt, always so chipper and full of sunshine, even on the rainiest days. I don't think I've ever seen you guys in a bad mood. I haven't. You made me feel comfortable every time I walked through those Drugcourt doors. And Dean and I had some great restroom conversations. Yep. What happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom. Dr. Steffens, you're a very intelligent man, and I'm blessed to have you at CSC, those last classes that we had. We haven't had a lot of time to talk in the program, but the last month when we switched to Fridays with you, after class I wish that I would have booked one-on-ones with you with counseling. It seemed like you knew so much and hold so much useful information. And what I do, it's like you just had all the right answers. And for me, that day I saw a side of you, or all the past month, I saw a side of you I'm happy to have captured. You're a smart man and it shows. You have great energy. Thank you. Terry, you're a one of a kind. Very different. And that I admire about you. The last one-on-one we had when Steve went on his motorcycle adventure was very interesting too. We got to sit and talk, and we learned stuff about each other we didn't know, even things we had in common. You're an amazing character and a great counselor, and will always be remembered. Thank you. The rock and rollers of the crew. We have great conversations, exchange smiles on a daily, always glowing and smiling. I felt like even on the past week or two, we've even bonded more.
Yeah.
Let me play my music up here. I'm excited. So thank you. You girls are both about your music, and that I can dig. It was a pleasure to get to know you. And thank you. Ellen, thank you for being you and accepting me and being so gentle and sweet. Even bad news sounded good coming from you. Your voice is very soothing. You have a gift and a talent of healing those who want to truly help themselves. And you are an amazing woman. It was a pleasure to get to know you. Thank you. Judge Murphy. Words can't explain. You know, I heard about you in jail, and let's just say, you're nothing like I expected you to be. You're very charming, encouraging, and full of smiles. I've never hugged a judge. I can't say I will ever again. You recognize the improvements in my life and show true compassion, and that you truly do care. Thank you. Prosecutors and attorneys. Thank you for being understanding, and it was a pleasure seeing all you and getting to know you from a distance and from afar. Davis, the man with the badge, always knows how to bring a smile to a criminal. You have great energy, and I just want to say you brought some flavor to the courtroom, and I look forward to seeing you every time I come in here. So I wanted to just say thank you. When I walk out the doors today, Steve said, don't change my routine. I'm going to take his advice, because as we all know, and no one better than me knows, by listening to myself for the past 20 plus odd years hasn't worked out for me too well. I'm going to take your advice. Plan on continuing to exercise daily, stay in routine, eat healthy, wake up early, carry a planner and also a pocket planner, and check it regularly. I plan on staying involved with my son, which I love very much. I love you, Noah. He's a good kid. Without Drugcourt, I want to be able to be the man that I am right now. I want to stay in contact with the school, be on good terms with his mother, Sierra. You're a good mom. Thank you. Also recognizing my mom, she's very important. I love you. Thank you. And I love my Aunt Lida too. Love you guys. I plan on helping my mom out a lot more now that I have free time and working on building our relationship that I've damaged over the years. I plan on staying in contact with my recovery buddies, AA and NA people, and continuing to stay quit and remain drug-free. I also started, I joined Ellen let me with EMDR recently, which I started November 4th with Janet, which will keep me connected also too. So anything that I can do to better my recovery, I'm up for it. I plan on working full-time still, and also taking online classes while I'm on the road, because in 6 months or so, it's off to the rodeo for me. As you all know, I'm a music man, and it is what I do. And that being said, there are demons that await for me. It's a scary place out there for a guy like me. But thanks to Drugcourt, I have the tools and knowledge to bypass these demons. I take my music very seriously, and this time I have a plan set. Instead of drugs, women, partying, and living crazy, it's all about being successful, feeding my family, supporting my family, and staying clean, and just doing what I love. So thank you, Drugcourt, for helping me find my true passion and creative side once again. Steve said one thing that will always stick with me and help me throughout my journey. the first time we had a deep conversation. He said, everybody likes a success story. So that I will give them. So to Drugcourt, my Drugcourt family, thank you. You saved my life. It's a horrible picture.
As proceed, I'd like to ask the friends, family, and supporters of Mr. Jones to remain standing so we can...
Never thought I'd say the orange hair is an improvement. You're going to be Mr. NiLLa.
So congratulations to all of you. I very much appreciate your speeches. They were wonderful. You have all come a long way, and this is a wonderful time for me because I get to celebrate how far you've come since the day that you signed your Drugcourt contract. And for some of you, that journey started with a lot of basics, trying to make sure we knew where you were going to live, how you were going to eat, how you were going to support yourself. Others of you started this program thinking you didn't need anything, and you've come a long way. It has brought me a lot of joy to see the growth that has happened over the time that you've been in this program, and also to see you go. Even though I will miss you, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I know that each and every one of you are going to be successful. Success is going to mean something different to each of you. You've worked on defining what that is, internally as well as externally. And I'm looking forward to just hearing how that turns out. I have a lot of confidence knowing that you have worked hard to get to this place. So from me to you, congratulations. You are all an inspiration to all of us.